This podcast is proudly presented by our partners, Schmeisser, GMG, and Ramfeld Precision Gun Care.
Got my heart no beds. Break you in then. Get us every day. This sound like Argentina. Had to fist my demeanor. No, they don't want me breathing. Still I rose like that.
So, welcome to a new episode of the United Shooting Channel. Today, my guest here is Samo Stergel from Polenar Tactical. Welcome to our truck by Schmeisser and GMG Austria.
Yeah, thank you guys for joining us at Lynx Brutality. We're very happy to have you, of course, along Schmeisser. And I'm very happy to be a part of this podcast.
Thank you very much. Samo, can you please explain us what the Lynx Brutality is and how you implemented the idea?
Lynx Brutality is basically a two-gun that tests your mental, physical, and gear strength you have, basically. It's a little bit different. It's more physical than, Leipzig or other events, but that makes it a little bit more unique and interesting for a lot of competitors. That's why I think they also are here, basically.
I've seen that there's a lot of competitors and also a lot of famous people from the industry. What would you say there's also special forces or people from the military coming here to still test their skills?
Yeah, I think some of them are definitely military or police or other similar, let's say, agency or whatever you can call them. But I think most of them are just sport shooters or gun enthusiasts that would like to test themselves.
Can you explain something about the different stages, like what you guys are actually doing? We're trying to film it later as well, and go with one of the guys to the range. But maybe you can explain for the viewer what the different stages is.
So the question is very interesting because this year I tried to be not involved with the stages because I really have to organize everything around Lynx Brutality as a competition. But stages, mainly every stage is unique. So you have, let's say, the first stage. The big thing is of course the electricity. So you will get sting. So it's basically a stage that will test your mental strength in a way that doesn't confuse you. Then you have stages like the famous Casarda drill where everything is surrounded by the kettlebell. The kettlebell is the main thing, where the physical strength is the big thing in the equation. So basically every stage is something different, and every stage tests it tests yourself, basically.
What do you think most of the shooters are afraid of? What stage do you think is the horror stage number one?
I think people don't like the kettlebell. That's, I think, the stage 2. Just because the kettlebell is 35 kilograms and you have to throw it, and when you throw it, then you need to be precise and hit the target. So I think that is the one that I heard they don't like today the most.
Okay, I was watching some of them, and I have to say a lot of people were very exhausted by that one. But it's fun to watch as a viewer. I don't think that it will suit me as a shooter, but yeah.
I agree, but I would say that my physical appearance is not the best, in a way that I'm fat, but I did a brutality in Finland, and it's basically very nice because you confirm yourself. You're not like an old body trapped in a young soul, or the other way around.
Yep.
So everybody can do it. I think it's designed that everybody can basically do it. So I think you can also do it, like me.
Maybe I should try later. I have a question. I talked with Simon about the whole community that is around this event. What would you say? Because I think it's a very strong community, and a lot of people, everyone is very happy, everyone is very friendly. And is there going to be a party tonight with most of the competitors?
Every day is basically a party, because when people finish here with the competition, they're always so happy about it. They come here to the Gun Expo and just hang out and have fun.
Yep.
And this usually doesn't stop at 6. It continues a little bit. But what is you said about the community, for me it's very important that the companies involved and the competitors involved are in good spirit, that everything is very positive. Most of the companies here are either our friends or partners.
Yeah.
So for us, it's very important that we build a community around Lynx Brutality, because this is no bullshit. We actually do this for the people. We do it for the community, because we need to be seen. People, normal people, like visitors that will also come in the afternoon and tomorrow, need to see that we're not bunch of strange guys,
Yep.
or aggressive people or whatever. We're just in love with a sport that is maybe a little bit different than basketball or football, but essentially we are very positive, and we love this.
No, I think that's one of the main reasons you always do this for the public interest as well, so that people can actually see that it's a sport, and that it's basically the weapon is a tool for the sport, and that it's nothing bad. And it's always like, if something bad happens at some place, it's actually not the weapon that does the damage. It's the person behind the weapon always.
Exactly.
Can you explain something about Polenar Tactical?
Polenar Tactical is very hard to explain, because it's much more than just social media. Of course, it started back in 2011 as a YouTube channel, and we just built around that dream that we had. We are not so lucky as our American friends, American YouTubers that can live from YouTube. Our YouTube money doesn't even cover probably our ammo costs. And that is, I would say, a positive and a negative thing. A negative because you need money to live, but a positive thing because it was also the reason why we said, okay, we need a shop. Then we had a shop. Okay, we need a physical shop. We got that. Then we wanted an armory. Let's build an armory.
Yeah.
We wanted to have a distribution network for many brands that we think have quality, etc., etc. So we're basically building off of that brand. It started as a YouTube channel, but now, like I said, it's hard to explain because it's much more.
But it became a brand, basically.
Yeah.
So does that mean you were just talking about different brands that you work with? Is that that you endorse the products that you think are the good products?
Yeah, we do, but we also, for us, YouTube and endorsements there are completely different to endorsement when it comes to our shop and armory. Everywhere, of course, we promote quality.
Yep.
We are not involved with cheap, not quality brands, because
they won't last.
That they won't last, and we wouldn't last as a brand.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are very happy that we have, on one hand, sponsors when it comes to our YouTube channel, such as, Celera and Below is a close sponsor. Schmeisser, we work with RX. We basically, everybody you see here are in a way involved in our YouTube channel. But we also have the other part. Like I said, when we are the distribution, we are the distributor for Slovenia or for the Balkan area or for Europe, for some products, and we built off that also. Of course, it makes it easier because we can also involve YouTube in that. We don't hide that because it's logical, but for us it's very important that we only promote and stick with quality brands.
That's always the most important thing.
Yeah.
What do you think about the shooting industry? Do you think it has changed over the last years? Maybe also with regulations. I don't know 100% about the Slovenian regulations. There's a lot of wind right now.
Yeah, we will survive.
But that's because of an outdoor podcast, so it's all good. Yeah. Do you think there's been a shift in the industry just because of regulations and politics, or?
Yeah, I have to say that there is a shift. I feel like a negative wind, ironically. It was just windy. A negative wind around our industry, basically. It's getting harder and harder to, I think, be in this industry. At least in Slovenia right now, I feel a little bit of negativity. But in general, we have to be happy about our regulations here in Slovenia, and also be happy with the shooters we have, because in 30 years basically there was no criminal thing happened with legal guns. So all of the legal gun owners are very responsible, and this didn't change. But what changed, I think, is maybe the public perception, because I think the public perception is maybe even more positive.
Yeah.
When people get to know everything, it's not such a taboo anymore. But the political pressure is, maybe we can feel it a little bit. But I think all in all, the feeling that I have is the industry is switching. Younger people are joining in. Of course, like you guys, with social media, with podcasts, with information. And also, on the other hand, younger people are also creating companies, doing products.
Yes.
And I think I can really feel the switch where the mindset is becoming younger, and I think I wouldn't say better, but different, and I think that will push our industry in a good direction.
Maybe for the younger viewers or for the viewers that are just starting with the sport, what would you tell them to what's the best way to start, and what's the best way to gain experience?
I think the easiest way is just join a shooting club. I think everywhere people will be more than welcome to join, to help you out.
Yep.
I think when we see a young shooter, a new shooter, it can be an old one, you know. But when we see a new shooter who everybody is very helpful, you want to help, you need to bring that positivity into the industry, because we were that young shooter at one point, right? So from my experience is just join a club and try it out.
Samo, I have one important question for you.
Yes.
Where do I get that shirt?
This shirt is a collaboration with a Slovenian brand called Volk. You would probably translate say folk.
Yeah.
They do awesome shit, and one of that awesome shits is this t-shirt. It's a party shirt, we call it, and it's available at polenartactical.com/shop.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Samo, thank you very much for joining us here, and for helping with this event for the whole community, that there's a sport we can go to, and thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me, and really thank you for being in the industry and sharing positive information with your viewers. Thank you very much.